Hello and welcome back to Grandpa Streams Minecraft. My name is History West and I am a grandpa, and I stream every weekend at 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. That's 6 p.m. Pacific time. And it is just about sundown, I believe. No? What time is it? Morning. Alright. There's the sun. Well, let's head over from our jungle station base to our medieval town under construction. And let me tell you about the brilliant epiphany I just had. So what I realized was that I need to, as much as possible, build on the stream and use the time I come on when I'm not on stream collecting materials. And it only took me 4 or 5 months to come up with that brilliant insight, but that's what I've been doing. I started working in the Nether and then realized I should be collecting materials and do the building in the Nether on stream. So that's what we're going to do today. Do some building in the Nether. But first, we're going to stop by here where we have mostly finished the smithy. This is a multiple smithy because it's going to have multiple types of smiths in it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove, without hitting the golem, remove these grindstones because I want these villagers to be without a profession. Okay, nobody injured. Good. But lots of people in there. So we're going into our smithy here. This is a combination workstation and bedroom. We're going to have I think 2 people up here. We've already got a little table, crafting station. So we'll have 2 beds and downstairs we'll have 1 bed in each of the shops. Okay. Let's turn that Minecraft volume down a little bit. So these are going to be free-range villagers. They will be able to come and go around their house and not be injured, hopefully, by dangerous mobs. I think I need some planks. Going upstairs, do I need to put a ceiling in here? I really should. So before we put any workstations down, let's get ourselves some slabs. And people who've been here before get tired of me saying this, I'm sure, but I am an older Minecraft player. Been playing for since 2017. Not as long as some, but quite a while. And am a big encourager of older people to play Minecraft because it's good for your brain, I think. That's firmly my opinion. And okay, we're going to go this high, not that high. This high. And I'm going to go ahead and put a torch up here, even though I don't think we need it because there shouldn't be any spawns up here. And quite frankly, I don't plan on coming inside here very often anyway, so it won't bother me if there is one. But it might upset the delicate sensibilities of the villagers if that were to be the case. All right. We'll do the same over here. I think I got way more planks than I needed, but that's all right. Spruce wood, actually we're good for wood. The new build I'm working or starting in the Nether is going to be primarily cherry wood, so that's what I've been working on collecting today. All right, so we're going to have our Fletcher's going to live up here. Our toolsmith up here. We're going to have our whatever that makes. The armor, weaponsmith. Oh, I think I was going to have two of each. Oh, did I? Wait, did I put two beds in each thing upstairs? Yeah, okay. So up here is going to be these guys. And put the Fletcher down here. And we'll put the where did I leave the tool? Oh, I didn't get it. So we get these here. Over here we're going to have blast furnaces. And downstairs on this side we will have this. Okay, so we want 6 guys in here. Come on in, guys. That's 1. And you're leaving. All right. I want to be able to count them and get the right number of villagers in this station. Okay. Come and get your jobs. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not one more, you guys? No, I know that you're in here. You're cool, right? Okay. Come on in. Somebody. Don't come out. There you go. 6. I'll put these beds back. And you guys will have a job when I get around to building a new workplace. Go ahead and light up the front here. Add a few around here. Nope. Oh, look, I can see him in the window. All right. That job is done. And we'll make this into a little plaza, I think. And you, my friend, will be available to trade with. Right there, yeah. In fact, there we go. Cool. Hey, you want to trade? Rude. I've got a diamond or an emerald. Yeah, I don't want that. Tell your friends to come down. Well, I'm not going to wait for them right now. Let's get a move on to our next project, which, as I said before, is in the Nether. So, I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day. It's a little warm, not too hot. 102, something like that here in the desert. It was 100 yesterday with a little breeze, which was nice. I thought about going out for a bike ride, but I went out and my bike tire was flat. So I put it on the pump and the pump overheated. So I'm going to try it again tonight after the sun goes down. May need a new inner tube. I hope not, but at least it's the front tire. Not so difficult to change. Okay. So like I said, we were going to be using cherry wood, and I've been working on harvesting as much cherry wood as possible. And I did it until I ran out of bone meal. So that'll be on the list, getting some bone meal. My storage system is still a state. Okay. Oh, well, I don't need that. I need, here we go. Someplace to stick all this. Smooth wood. All right. What are we on? We are on day number 717. So we're creeping closer to the inevitable date with the dragon. And so when I get up to about day 900, I really start needing together things like phantom membranes for slow falling potions and extra suits of armor and tools and stuff. And then of course we'll have to go dig up the outpost. What's it called? Is that what it's called? End Fortress. That's it. And I know where it is, but I haven't dug down to it. Okay, so our nether hallway is going to look like this, and we're going to put a lantern in it. I think a lantern is plenty of light if we do it every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Yeah. One thing I like about building nether hallways is the part that you're looking at can look nice, and the rest of it can look like crap from the outside. Nobody cares because nobody sees it. Unless, you know, you go out in the nether for some reason. So I'm looking forward to some cooler weather for bike riding. It never gets very cool, but in late fall it gets quite windy, so it's not good bike riding weather in that case. So I've got like a nice window between the time it gets cool and when it gets windy. My wife constantly complains that we only have 2 seasons. winter and summer, but that is not really true. We do have only 2 seasons. We have summer and we have spring, or summer and fall maybe, because it never gets very cold. I mean, there are places where people have to wear coats in the fall. In the winter here, we wear t-shirts and shorts usually. It never gets really cold. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 we're widen, so we want to go 5 widen, so we need 2 more blocks deep. And not to fall into a ravine. Anyway, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe, I bought an electric bike, which is a monster electric bike, super big. It's so tall that when I bought it, the manufacturer actually called me to see if I was big enough to get on it. He said, "You have to be at least 5'11". And I said, "Got you covered." 6'1". I used to be 6'2" as a younger man, but I shrunk a little bit. That's one of those things that happens to you when you get old. So 6'1", I can ride my bike. Anyway, it's great. I can ride out into the desert. And I actually drove to the next nearest city from ours, which was about 20 miles one way. And you know, it's a 40-mile trip. It's not that impressive with an electric bike. I mean, it's not like I'm doing the Tour de France or anything, but then when you're riding and you're my age, the problem isn't really your legs giving out. The problem is your butt giving out. Because sitting on that bicycle seat can really hurt after a while. All right, is that all I am? Or 6? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 5, right? Yeah, I think so. We want to line it up. Yep, perfect. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the right width too. So anyway, I really enjoyed my bike, but then I had a medical problem that kept me off of the bike for long enough that the seasons changed and I wasn't able to ride it even when I felt better. And so I'm really looking forward to getting back to it, as you can imagine. I actually had some obnoxious nurse tell me that I should give up riding my bike because I might fall and hit my head. And you know, not that that's not a possibility, but I do wear a helmet when I ride. So what am I supposed to do? Stay at home and sit in the chair all day? Besides, I'm trying to get into shape. I've been dieting, and I have lost about 20 pounds since I started, but I haven't done any exercise, so it's not like I'm toning up or anything. Your body needs exercise as well as just healthy food. So, I like cherry wood. Now in here, I'm still not sure. I was thinking maybe put a cherry wood leaf and then a trapdoor over this. I could put 3 trapdoors across, but I don't need 3 lanterns. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. If you have the right kind of hoe, you can get a lot of cherry wood leaves. And I need to get that hoe because the one I've got is Fortune, so it just gives you saplings. Which is great, but the cherry wood gives you a pretty good return of saplings. In fact, I think they've tweaked all the trees, so they all do now. Used to be jungle was terrible. You'd only get like 1 sapling for every tree, and it was hard to get ahead. But now even the jungles give a pretty good return. But cherry are the best. You get piles of saplings. So I've decided I need a new name for this world. I thought of a name for a medieval town, but now I've forgotten what it is. I'll have to look and see what I came up with. I looked up British medieval villages which no longer exist, and I found some good names there, including the one I wanted to use. So I need to put up some signs too to tell me what's what thing to identify the different locations. But do I need like a trapdoor here or here? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll try one to see what it looks like. Did I bring any leaves? I did not. All right. So let's just make a couple of trapdoors here. See what it looks like. Because we know we're going to put trapdoors over the lanterns. Okay. Like that. What about there? Like that. It's hard to tell without having something else there. But they're so see-through. I feel like I need to put stuff back here. Like that. Yeah, maybe I should. I don't think these are necessary. But let's go back to the real world and see see if we've got some leaves. What else do we need? Leaves and how about some carpeting? I don't have many leaves. Wow, that is a big sunrise. Look at that. I don't have many leaves. I've got just a very few. Yeah, that's all. So we could do pink carpeting, or we could do a row, leave the row of red there and do pink on either side. That would be a thing. Get a little more pink. Okay. Am I sure I don't have any more cherry leaves? Pretty sure. As I said before, my storage system is a state of confusion. Okay, back to the nether. Working where we're working at the moment in the nether is not bad because we're fully enclosed. When we get out above the lava, though, that's when we're going to have problems. Okay, so what have we stuck cherry leaves here and here? You know, I like that. Although, I think I need to go ahead and put something back here so that the nether doesn't show through. Okay, it's simple, so I can bang it out really quickly. It's pretty. And it does everything I needed to do. Blocks the baddies in the nether. It will make traveling much easier. Since this is our long-term forever world, the effort we put into it now will pay off in dividends over the years. But I'm going to have to go make more bone meal and get more leaves and also more cherry wood. Alright, so if we do this, okay. Yeah, that kind of works, I think. I think if we just did a cherry, or I was going to say cherry and then I was going to say strawberry. If we just do a pink floor, not a pink Floyd, but a pink floor, I think that would be too much pink. Some people might think it's too much pink already. throw in some calcite or something. Yeah, I don't like that there's a big hole here now. So for the moment, we will block this up. Okay, eventually we'll have to come up with a roof too, or a ceiling, I should say. So if that is the case, probably not going to do more pink. All right, continue on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just the right height here. Of course, digging in the nether is nice and quick, but it wears out your tools quickly. All right. So I've got one episode left to watch of Wednesday on Netflix. If you like Tim Burton, it's a Tim Burton-y show. If you don't like Tim Burton, you shouldn't watch it. Tim Burton, who did the Addams Family movies, the movie and the sequel. It's got all hallmarks of a Tim Burton movie. Danny Elfman music, macabre setting, etc. And 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, 1 too early. We want 5 spaces between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a terrible counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see, what other show am I watching besides that? Also, still watching Outlander, which is brilliant. Got a long way to go on that one. And Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which is mostly disappointing to me. It's probably the best of the recent Star Trek shows. That's not saying much because they've been universally bad. I just wish it would stop trying to do prequels. Prequels are hard to do no matter what you're doing. But I mean, something with as much complicated lore as Star Trek has, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you try to do it. And that's it. I saw an ad for a new show on Netflix. I think it's a Korean show about a woman who gets transported into the past, and she's a chef, but just kind of a Korean version of Outlander, but it has the whole chef aspect, which also appeals to me because I like to watch cooking shows. And so I'm going to watch it, see if it's any good. And I'll be watching Peacemaker too. Peacemaker and Foundation. Peacemaker on HBO, Foundation on Apple TV Plus. I've been waiting for both of them to have more episodes done so I have to wait. I like to binge watch. Peacemaker season 1 was good. This is season 3 of Foundation, which is epic and thought-provoking and wonderful, and a good representation of the book, which I read when I was a kid. Changed my life, along with a lot of other science fiction books. Like everybody else, I'm surprised they managed to turn it into a show or anything really. Never expected it to be a movie. And it is very cinematic. It's kind of like an 80-hour movie. I guess it'll be 80 hours if they get the whole thing done. This is season 3, and they just approved season 4. So hopefully they don't stop. I think it'll be one people come back and watch a lot over the years. And that's it at the moment. Oh, well, that's actually not true. I watched the first 2 episodes of the Great British Bake Off because I'm a sucker for those British home bakers. I'm an Anglophile anyway. It's fun to watch British people who are in some ways so much like us and in other ways so completely different. And I like to watch cooking shows too. I mean, honestly. Okay, so now we knock out this bit. I've got efficiency 4, efficiency 5 on, that's 4, that's 5. So I should be using the 4 because the difficulty at this point is really digging too deeply. But this is coming along a lot quicker than I expected. Like I say, wait till we get out that way. We have to walk out over the lava. I have died once from nether lava in this world. I think just once. It's been a while since I died, but early on I died 5 or 6 times. Yep, looking good. Get us some more trapdoors here. A lot of people complain about the recipe for trapdoors being too much wood, but I mean honestly, if you look at a trapdoor, you can't just like hack it out of a single piece of wood in real life. Not that I believe Minecraft should perfectly reflect the real world, but I mean, really. I mean, you would have to like cut it into boards and piece it together and then tiny little slats, and so there's bound to be a lot of waste. I don't know if you would waste the majority of 6 meters of square meters of wood, but you would waste some. Okay. Now this side. I just watched a video by who was that by? It was by I don't remember who it was by, and I don't seem to be able to see it. But it was about things you should do in your forever world. And he had some good ideas, and one of them was a world map. And I would like to create a map for each area of my world. I'm also thinking about doing what I did in my first world, which was take a bunch of wool, pillar up high into the sky, and build the name of that place up in the air. Then you remove the pillar, so you've got the name of the place floating in the sky, kind of like how you have names on a map floating above the world. The problem with that is to make it appear like they're floating above the world on a map, you have to put the words flat instead of having them upright. which would be how I would want to build them, I think. But that's something to think about. I do have an abundance of wool, so anything made from wool, I've got it covered. And but maps are great. So that's definitely something I'm going to do. And I want to have different regions for different types of builds. But I don't want to start on anything else until I've got this medieval town at least mostly built. I mean, I don't want to start on a new region. I might build some individual buildings. Well, I got more done than I was thinking I was going to do with the amount of wood that I had. Okay. That was it? There was one piece of cherry wood there? Okay. Here. We're going to use up all the cherry wood we have before we have to go home. Or at least as much as we can till our time runs out. Once again, my name is Sister Wes, and I stream Saturdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I do have a YouTube channel. You are cordially invited to visit it anytime you want. And if you feel like it, liking and subscribing any video, or subscribe to the channel and like any videos that you have a mind to. Okay. I'm going to need more than that, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe not for now. Okay, so now some holes in here. Anyway, my purpose in streaming was really self-motivation more than anything else. I'm not so self-absorbed that I think I'm all that as a Minecraft builder and people will want to stream to my channel and watch me. But we have picked up a few subscribers. We're getting pretty close to 500. So if we get to 500, we're going to have to do something really special. And it might coincide with our going to fight the Ender Dragon, and if it does, I will do that on stream. Otherwise, I was planning to do it as a regular video because I anticipate dying over and over again. But I might make it like a 3-hour stream or something. If like I said, it coincides with our getting 500 subscribers, which would be very, very cool. I have to bring in some red carpeting too to fill in these lava holes. Boy, it'll be nice to walk from the jungle base to jungle station to Bryce station to go pick up some coral or terracotta or sand without having to worry about being killed along the way. And then this way leads to our end portal. These two directions just don't lead anywhere. This one stretches out way across the wastes and salt deltas and all kinds of bad things. Alright, home again, jiggity jog, as I used to tell the kids when we arrived at our house. More Mother Goose, I might add. So last week my grandson turned 2, which was a big deal for him and for us. And he's fun and interesting little guy, but he's not yet ready to play Minecraft. More's the pity, because I would have him out playing it. I'm going to take some of these leaves and seeds and stuff out of here and go toss it in the recycler, get ourselves some bow meal. Oh, there's some more cherry wood. Composter, I should say. Okay, over here to the sugarcane farm. I'm sure we're overflowing. We're not overflowing. We've got quite a bit, but I'm not going to waste it now. I got to put a door back on here. We had a zombie infiltrator, apparently. This is overflowing. Yeah. So I can take this to the composter. And I'll get to work growing some more cherry wood, and also want to get to work growing some mangrove. I think that's going to be one of our other directions that we take in our nether tunnels. I've got, I was so slow going getting bamboo originally. That does compost, right? Or does it? Apparently not. Okay, well, it does burn though. This doesn't, but it does compost. All right, it's nighttime and it's 7 p.m. here in the desert. So I'm going to say goodbye. Maybe I'll sleep first. My name is History Wes. This has been Grandpa Streams Minecraft. Thanks for stopping by.